Okay, France, turn 10. For what it's worth, they don't have to buy anything, but we might as well because I got $52 to spend. They'll buy 5 infantry, 3 artillery, a railgun, and a bomber. Okay, let's look at movement. Really quick one in Africa, just the 2 units from French Equatorial Africa moving up to Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. And then up in the area here in Europe. Okay, we're gonna go a truck taking an infantry and an artillery to Bavaria. That's that one. And the artillery is a poison gas artillery, for what that's worth. Okay. All of the forces in whatever that region is, the Rhine province, are going to move into Saxony, with the exception of the railgun and the bomber, which will stay behind. And we're going to try and take out those pesky Austro-Hungarians. The railgun will move up to Hanover, and both bombers will fly to Denmark. And Denmark is going to be attacked also with 3 infantry and 2 artillery. I'm not using the poison gas there. So that's that. That's that. That automatically makes those units German. I think, from what I understand, it also makes the Greenland and Iceland units German. If that's wrong, I will fix it, but I think that's how I saw it on one of the games online. 2 infantry and 1 artillery from Belgium are going to go to Rhine province, along with their machine gun. And then an infantry and an artillery from Ile-de-France are going to move to Belgium as well. And the big one, there is going to be a naval battle. We are going up against the German Navy here, and there are no mines because Hanover is contested, so the mines don't come into play, or Hanover is actually captured, so the mines don't come into play. So all of these guys are going to go into that sea zone there. Okay, might as well do the naval battle first, just because it's kind of complicated and there's a lot going on. So what we have happening is we have 6 cruisers and a dreadnought. So one of the cruisers is going to detect the submarines and kill that. So there'll be 5 3s, a 2, and a 4 for the dreadnought. Ooh, that's a good looking first hit. 5 hits. 5 hits for the French. The Germans are replying with 3 dreadnoughts, 2 submarines, and a cruiser of their own. And they only got 2 hits. So 5 hits to 2 hits. Okay, so the 2 hits, we will tip a dreadnought, and we will kill a cruiser. The 5 hits will tip 3 dreadnoughts, and we will kill, I guess, a sub, or both subs, I guess. Okay, that does change things a little bit. All right, so what do we have instead now? We have a tipped dreadnought and 2, 4, 5 at 3, and a tipped dreadnought at 2. And that's 3 hits. And then the Germans have, oh, I'm gonna need more dice here. They have 3 tipped dreadnoughts and a cruiser. And they only got 1 hit. So 3 hits here, we'll lose that and 2 dreadnoughts. And the French will lose their dreadnought, and that's it. The French will lose their dreadnought. That's all they're going to lose. Okay. The remaining the remaining 5 cruisers. Did I take off enough cruisers? I don't think I did, actually. If I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. It's the end of the game. So 4 cruisers left. They got 1 hit. They killed the dreadnought. The dreadnought is tipped, so it hits and misses, which means that the transport is an auto kill. So we have cleared the sea zone for a potential British landing. Now, again, it's going to depend on whether or not the Denmark attack happens properly. Okay, so what we have for the Denmark attack are 3 infantry and 2 artillery. So one of those should be a 2. All right, so 2 infantry paired with 2 artillery plus an unpaired infantry. So that's 4 3s and a 2, along with 2 bombers at 4, and the railgun from Hanover at 3. So we need 4 hits here in order to take this territory. And we got 5 hits. So Denmark is taken, and the Germans fire back and get 2 hits. Okay, so they're all dead. And Denmark becomes French, and 2 of those infantry are no more. Okay, the bombers will land in Hanover, and that guy will stay up here. Okay, actually we'll turn that over at the end of the turn. Okay, the last attack is that's the best way to do this. The last attack is the Saxony attack. So I think we can still see Saxony's here. I'm not even going to roll all of these because I only need 4 hits. I'm going to roll the 5 artillery and all of the unpaired artillery or infantry and tanks. If I need more hits, I will roll the 5 dice again for the paired infantry. So I just need 4 hits. And I got 1, 2, 3. I got 4 hits. So can we see that? Yeah, 4 hits. So that's all I needed to do. I don't need to roll any others. Now, they need to roll perfectly here to hit anything because there's 3 tanks. So if there's 3 things that aren't going to be hit. And they missed everything anyway. So the Austro-Hungarians are taken off the board. And Saxony is liberated. Or sorry, Saxony is now French. Okay, so obviously new units on the board. Everything's going into Paris. Whoops. Because it doesn't matter at this point. I just wanted to see how cool they looked at the end of the game with all their forces there. And railgun, here we go. Okay, so in terms of changing income, Saxony is now French, so that's +3, +2 for Denmark is +5. And then actually +1 for Germany because they get Iceland. So +5 for France. Okay, let's have a look here. Germany. Okay, so +1 Germany for what that's worth to 13. And then +5 for France. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this one is also 5. Okay, in terms of bonuses, no, yes. Each original German territory, we have 3 of those, so that's 6, yeah. Okay, so that's still there. So 6 and 5 is 11, plus 43 is 54 IPCs, and they have no convoys anywhere. So, they will finish the game with 43, 50, 54 IPCs. Okay, so England's up next. France has cleared the way and opened the strait. So England is probably going to try an amphibious landing with their troops in Berlin. Let's see what happens next turn.